Hello, my name is Michael. Um, Before I start, I'm already laughing. I don't even know why. um, I'm really bothered, and the reason why I'm kind of feeling, so hungry and feeling bothered to even make this video is to comment about the video of Lil Wayne. You know, is a spoof, I guess, in my own opinion, a spoof. Some people called it fake, some people called it trash. All sort of comments have been, lowered on this guy, and his name is Too Sure Too Cheesy Amemo or whatever they call it, and it's a new video on YouTube that is spreading all over, different websites all over the country and in the UK, in Africa, in the US. And my real concern about the video is not the video, or it's not even the guy who's trying to spoof Lil Wayne's um, track Amelie, but it's about the comments, racially motivated comments that have been posted on YouTube and everywhere surrounding the video. The reason for the racial comments, I don't know, because there's so many videos out there that doesn't make sense, posted by white Caucasians. So I don't see any reason why, the video should be cause so much controversy, because also there's so many African music artists and that that haven't got this sort of vibe, this sort of all of a sudden everyone's talking about, oh, this fake Nigerian Lil Wayne. And I guess it's part of the bad press and the bad aspect of being black. They always want to hear about the negative. If there's a positive thing going on in some African countries, which there are on a daily basis, you never hear of it. You never hear of their development. You never hear of the positive and good things happening in those countries. You never hear of their leaders, the good leaders. They have problems, definitely, but you don't. You people out there, whether white, whether black Americans, are even condemning the guy. You're condemning the guy so much, calling him so many names. The video is whack. Is I don't want to say those words on camera, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. There's so many white Caucasian spoof videos I've seen that doesn't even make sense. That is worse than this, and it had probably 20 million, 10 million, 8 million views, and they're all talking about nice things on the videos. People commenting nice. There's this one I can remember, Charlie bit my finger or whatever bullshit, just for a few seconds. If it was a black baby and a brother doing that video, they would say, oh, what are these black monkeys? What do they think they're doing? They better go back to the jungle. But because they're white and they're praising it. I'm not saying the video is good. I'm not saying the video is excellent. But the guy is just having fun. The guy is just having fun. Give him a break. And the funny thing about this whole thing is, Lil Wayne himself mentioned something about Nigeria in this video. I'm a Nigerian, whatever. I'm tougher than a Nigerian, something. So this could be like a payback or something. So you don't judge people by the video. Did you judge Amy Winehouse, or did you judge Pete Doherty, British singers, sniffing on cocaine? Everyone said, oh, she's lovely, beautiful voice, beautiful song, good lyrics. Why didn't they condemn them? They had problems and issues with drugs. Britney Spears, so many artists all over the world that has problems. Soulja Boy came in, everyone loved him, despite the fact that no one knew what he was saying as well. You get what I'm saying? So I see it as a big problem that the world say has to, come into terms with black progress. We're definitely going to progress, no matter the negativity you get from the press. The CNN, the BBC, other TV stations in Europe and America, they always and enjoy the negativity, the news, the negative news coming out from Africa. They never post anything positive. And even when they post the positive part, they always, take a piece out of them and say, oh, despite the fact that there's something good happening, we all know, we all know that the country is in shambles, bad leaders and this and that. You created the problem in the first place. Why go to their country? Why go to their land? Why go to Africa? You chatting about, I couldn't believe when I saw, the comments of some black Americans on the YouTube saying, oh, the video is whack, this is that, this is that. You don't even know your roots. You're saying you're speaking another language. Why don't you find out the language you're speaking in? Is English your first language? You're black, for Christ's sake. You forever remain black. Whatever the accent you have in America or in Britain, you're forever black. Your roots is in Africa, mate. White people, they know themselves. They know themselves. So whatever you think, oh, I'm American, I'm black America, whatever, you're still black, mate. You're still black. I'm telling you. A black person does this or a black African does this, and they say, oh, look at him, he's whack, look where he comes from, look at his town. That is where they live. I don't say every one of them live in huts. They have buildings like the ones in America, even better ones. Better buildings, some of them drive better cars. You talk about, oh, they do fraudulent activities. I'm not saying it's a good thing to do, but what I'm saying is, which country doesn't do fraud? Which country is not involved in fraudulent activities? You guys haven't even mentioned about Russia, China. The problem that the Chinese government have with the monks. That's a big problem. But because the country is being run by leaders that don't even give a damn about whatever the West says. But every single time, there's a spark of negativity in Africa. BBC, CNN, they turn into, like headline news. Why? I don't understand. Why is it that other musical artists, hip-hop artists, that they're mixing the American flavor of hip-hop music with their cultural background in Africa, and the lyrics as well being in African accents, mixed with broken English, Yoruba, Ghana, and so many diversity. They ain't posting it. But when all of a sudden Nigerian Lil Wayne comes out, it gets to the press, it gets everywhere within a week. I saw the video last week, and this week I can't imagine and believe how many places the video have been to. Because what? There's something negative about it. You feel there's something negative, there's something bad. So I think you guys just need to take a look at yourself. Black Americans, white. That is their culture. You can't take away the culture from Africa. That's their culture. You got to give what you've got. That's a spoof. Don't you know what a spoof is? When a white person comes opens his webcam on computer and starts trying shit, or just start dancing for all I care. Little Britain, so many rubbish like that. Charlie bit my hand or whatever. They put it on YouTube, they get hits. 20 million hits, 10 million hits. Nobody talks about the negative. They say, oh, they're cute, oh, how pretty, you should be a star. But when an African person does something and puts it on the web, on the PC, on YouTube, oh, look at Africa, go get a life, mate. What sort of rubbish is that? The inequality in this world is still very, very, very much in our time. Forget about the human rights of whatever. Human Rights Act of whatever. Human Rights Act doesn't exist. It only exists in words. Racism is everywhere. Everywhere. You don't want to see black people progress. You don't want to see black people do anything. You don't even want to give them a chance. Why don't you post a video response to the Nigerian Lil Wayne and tell him to what? To do a new video and see what he's got to do. Oh, and we understand that it's a spoof, but let him do a new video. Everyone does different spoofs as well. Comedians do spoofs. Why don't you go meet Martin Lawrence and all those black American guys doing comedy and say, oh, you better go back to the gutters or something like that?